Hey, what's up? How's everyone doing? It's a new day and a new game. Every time I start a new game, it's on Monday, so it feels unfair to step on Andy's feet and go, new game Monday. As you know, Andy could have a new game Thursday. You never know. Hey, Willow, and hello, Raiders. Good to see everyone. Tonight we're playing an actually good Metroid game. Like, you know how Metroid Prime 4 gets off to a weird start, and then over time you realize there's more to what's going on than they're actually letting on, and then at the end they just forget that. This game came out several years ago and kinda does, it carries through on its premise. That's the best way I can describe it, I think. Anyway, if you're not familiar with the game, sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's a good one. It's a heavily story-oriented horror game in the vein of Alien, and that's just cool as hell. Here goes. I have a map up, by the way, for items specifically, because I have such a hard time going through these games and missing everything, and I've beaten this game once, so I don't feel like guilt or whatever people feel when they cheat a bit. Guilt is for real things, not video games. As you can hear, the soundtrack is not Western. This is just plain up. Why is it skipping? Why on earth would it be skipping? This is on the Switch too. There's no reason for it to skip. So yeah, the skipping is not on your side. That's coming directly through to my headphones. Hopefully that does not continue throughout the whole game. But see, I finished it there and I only have 52% items. I guess we're gonna play it on hard mode. I thought I had played it on hard mode. Oh well. Now we get to, I guess. Oh wait, maybe hard wasn't available until I'd beaten normal. Well, let's give it a try on hard mode. Metroid, a virulent floating organism that drained energy from its prey through physical contact. Metroids were originally created by the Chozo and named after their word for ultimate warrior. Their value as a bioweapon sparked several crises, and as a result, all traces of them have been eliminated. They are now extinct. X-Parasite, a gelatinous parasitic organism indigenous to the planet SR-388. It could absorb the DNA of its host, living or dead, and replicate its form. When infecting a living host, it could even access the host's memories. X-parasites were driven not by emotion, but by an instinctive need to replicate and spread to increasingly stronger hosts. Their inability to be controlled marked them as even more dangerous than their sole predator, the Metroids. Like Metroids, they are believed extinct. So it's basically going back as to With no Metroid surviving in SR-388, it became infested with the X, horrifying parasites capable of imitating any living thing. Unaware of this, I set foot on the planet, got infected, and almost died. So it's basically going back through the whole series right now. What happened there was Metroid Fusion, which you'll remember I brought up a few times in Prime 4. The only thing that saved me was a vaccine created from Metroid DNA, which also left me uniquely able to oppose the X. This ability was tested immediately when I went to a biologic space laboratories research station to investigate a distress signal. There, I battled many powerful X forms, including the SA-X, which was the X mimicking me in my power suit at full strength. I eventually eliminated the X menace on SR-388 by setting the BSL research station on a collision course with the planet. After that, the X and Metroids were just memories. Or so we thought. Just when it all seemed over, the Galactic Federation received a mysterious video transmission. And this is where we pick up now. It showed an X, alive and in the wild. Thorough analysis proved the video was real. Although the sender was unknown, the transmission was traced to a particular planet. It was called ZDR. If the X had somehow escaped extinction out there, they would pose a threat to the entire galaxy. The Galactic Federation dispatched a research team of 7 EMI to investigate. An EMI is a large research robot designed to capture field samples and extract their DNA. Their incredible mobility and protective plating, made of the strongest stuff in the universe, practically guaranteed the mission's success. But not long after their arrival on ZDR, all communication was lost. What is happening on ZDR? Is the planet really infested with X? As the only one immune to the parasites, it's up to me to go there and find out. This doesn't have a native Switch 2 version, which explains the skipping. It didn't happen, it only happened once during that scene, so I think that's a good sign. We'll probably see more of that as we load into areas. Metroid Prime 4 was such a huge disappointment, as we approach the end especially. Find it depressing. They fucked up Metroid Other M just very much on the same level, but in different ways. They're very long loading times, too.
We'll soon be entering ZDR's atmosphere.
He's right.
Service clearly outweighs the reward.
Interesting. The background music skipped, but Adam's voiceover didn't.
Care, lady.
Entering the atmosphere in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did she died? Large portions of her power suit have definitely shattered, including the Varia and other important defensive items. She just dropped all her items. Yeah, she's like Sonic the Hedgehog with that shit.
An underground facility. Signal quality is relatively low. Remote communication remains stable. Try to connect to the facility's network when you reach the bottom. That way, get remain in contact. Any objections, lady?
I like that Adam has always gone out of his way. Both the human Adam and the AI Adam have always gone out of their way to affirm Samus's gender. Now, for those who don't know, that's a Chozo. The Chozo are dead. When she was a child, she was found by a group of Chozo, and they saved her life and raised her as their own. The power suit is an embedded part of her, and right now it is fused, hence the name Metroid Fusion, with Metroid DNA as well to save her from the X-Parasites. We don't even have a charge beam. Oh. He got me. All right, we got an ammo station. We can't get in here. I don't think it lets us mark the map. Oh wait, yes it can. Very cool. I guess I'll use these ones to show an area that we could not yet enter.
Uploading data.
So, you've accessed a network station. Well done, Samus. I have reviewed your vital signs and video log from the data you uploaded. I've run a full analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate dramatic physical changes in you. Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. You might call it physical amnesia. That brings me to your assailant. I am checking the Federation database against your video log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZDR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface. The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you. There are many such cold areas scattered underground. Do not enter them with your basic power suit. One final thing. Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
Alright, well. We now have some idea as to what we gotta do next. Alright, trying to spot where I am on, there we go. On the item map. Is that it? That's not it. None of these appear to actually match what I'm seeing on my map here. Oh, that's because I'm in the wrong place? Huh. Well. Now I can't see where I am. It's probably fine. Alright, now I see where we are. No, that doesn't fit either. Bloody hell. We'll figure it out shortly. It'll be fine. Oh, snap. Use a melee counter at the right moment to parry certain attacks and automatically take aim at the attacker. Yep, it's a parry. Ow, rude. Let's try that again. To this day, Metroid still can't crawl. Oh, fuck, wrong button. We're good, we're fine. We got this. Surprisingly difficult timing. You think someone raised by birds could do the duck walk? Yeah, she's just not cool enough. Oh ho. More clue? If an area on the map is blinking, it indicates that a hidden item is here. Okay, wait a sec. We actually don't need this map then. Okay, it actually does keep track of where hidden items are. Alright, cool. Well, fuck that map then. Alright, now we have some extra missiles, and we can't get back in there. Okay, I like that if you hold against the wall, she puts her hand on it. That's fine. The occasional reminder that Samus exists in three-dimensional space. An Emmy's attack can be countered by pressing X at the exact moment of the flash. However, the timing is extremely difficult to gauge, making this a desperate maneuver. And that's true. The timing is actually randomized and is only a few frames long. They made wall jumping much easier on this game compared to, like, especially Super Metroid. Oh, that's probably fine. You might recognize this as a mother brain. Or at least some other brain. The energy from the central unit transformed the arm cannon into the Omega cannon. Omega Blaster online. Teehee. Oh, hi. Wow, literally just came through the door at the same moment I did. That's very rude. Ah, damn it. Let's try that one more time. I missed its face. Gotta be very sure of the angle. How many Emmy did they say they sent here? Omega cannon depleted and offline, reverting to regular arm cannon. Well, that sucks, huh? I love how she moves in this too. There's something really satisfying about her animations. Like she's 1.5 tons, but still nimble. And of course, there's the problem that you can't slide or jump high in water. Definitely cannot jump high enough for that. Definitely get the impression that there's something wrong here, huh? I like the grain. There's a central unit down that way. Let's see if we can do anything with that. Nope. Hey, look, it's another one. Nothing, huh? The way they move, also cool as hell. Yeah, you better run. Scared them off. What? Yay, missile tank. Well, we can't get through there. What are we showing here? Ah, sensor lock door, missile tank. Oh, it even shows which ones we've already got, too. That's pretty cool. Can you tell it's been a few years since I played this? Well, maybe only like 1.5 years. Something like that.
Uploading data.
Both enemy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked. If so, it's reasonable to assume all enemy will be hostile. Enemy send out a pulse to detect vibrations in the air within a certain range. Essentially, they can hear you. Upon detecting vibrations, an enemy enters surveillance mode to track their source. Stay out of its line of sight when this happens. Otherwise, the danger to you increases dramatically. An enemy that has seen you will begin pursuit. Part of the pursuit protocol is to seal the enemy's own exits. You will be trapped inside. To survive, You must leave its range of pursuit. Evade the enemy and it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits.
That seems really overcomplicated.
An enemy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to operate only within that range. I estimate a 99% probability of death if an enemy captures you. There may be a very small opportunity to escape, but exploiting this window will be virtually impossible. The enemy are immune to your current weapons. You lack the unique energy used to defeat the first enemy. Your only option now is to evade capture and find an exit. Your highest priority in an enemy zone should be simply to survive.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Work smarter and all that. Can't get that one without, Oh, hey, we can go through here now, though. So that's fun. Which means... remove marker. This one can just sit here till we can learn how to ball. Let's see what's the other way first, shall we? Oh, I can't. Whoops. That's probably fine. Oh, here we are. Can't get through that blast shield. There's the Emmy sound. Fuck. Is it done looking yet? Nope. Well. Holy crap, I did it. Oh, shit. Pretty happy with that. Can't get that one. Can we get up to that station there? Oh no. because I won't be able to roll under. You see the little yellow noise sparks around you? Yes, that's exactly right. Alright, can't get to that E-tank. I like that they put an E on it, like it's Mega Man or something. Aha, I got up here and it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Kind of funny that the skipping only seems to happen in cutscenes, and not always. Just occasionally the cutscenes have a really noticeable skip. Maybe that's why they haven't put in a lot of effort to fixing it yet for the Switch 2 version. Which will hopefully happen at some point. Unless the lesson they take from Metroid Prime 4 is that people don't like Metroid anymore. Which honestly, that's something I would kind of expect from Nintendo. They tend not to take lessons from anything that happens. At least not without screaming and kicking all the way. Map downloaded. Not a good map, but a map. Okay, yellow for saving, purple for transport. I also just like how fast Samus moves in this game specifically. Like all of the 2D Metroids, generally she moves pretty fast. But she's so fast in this one. Where does that lead? I guess it leads to an Emmy Zone door. We're gonna check the non-Emmy way first. Fuck, too early. Wow! Did that just one-hit KO me? Man, hard mode is hardcore. I guess that's why they call it that. Fortunately, the save points and checkpoints are pretty good. Oh, still can't get up to the Emmy Zone door, huh? No, maybe. Oh, yeah, we can. I'm not going in there because there is... Oh, there is an easy way out. Never mind. Regardless, Emmy is in there, and I don't want to fuck with her right now. In any case, one of my favorite things with evading the Emmys is when you can use... What's it called? When you can use the noise to distract them and then get somewhere else. Because you get some extra stealth tools as the game goes on, too. Yeah, that's how that was supposed to go. Hey, and we got that missile tank. Oh wait, we've been there before, right? Yeah, that's right above where we initially fell and saw the missile tank. All right, so we can continue back this way. Whoops. Let me just... hit the save point again since we got that missile. I don't know if it checkpoints after picking up an item. I don't think it does, so may as well do things the safe way. Not the grocery store safe way that they don't really have in Oklahoma. They're very common in most parts of Canada. They were kind of the progenitors of the idea and brand of air miles. If you're from, I don't know if that's a thing anywhere in the States either. Oh, hi. Oh, whoops. Not there. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Oh, too early. I can't believe I did that twice in a row. All right, we got to figure out... we got to figure out exactly what way to go once we're in there. We definitely do need to go through it. Oh, it saves right outside of the Emmy room, so that's nice. Damn it. Now that's just rude. See, that's some Resident Evil shit right there. Can't you just picture them making Claire do that? Running away from Mr. X and then having to stand on a button for a set amount of time to raise a water level? All right, we made it out for now. All right. We found a health station. We've got a power beam door over here. Well, you know what they say about power beam doors. All power beams toast toast. I keep wanting to hit select to open the map, but it's start that opens a map, which is weird. Oh, that's just a regular missile cover, huh? We don't know what these ones are, right? Charge beam, maybe? They're orange, but they're almost the same yellow as the power beam door. And we got the charge beam. So yeah, probably. Probably the charge beam opens those doors. Focuses beam energy to unleash a powerful shot. Press and hold Y to charge, release to fire. Charge shots damage enemies immune to normal beam shots like robots and bosses. They also open charge beam doors. In addition, Samus can perform a charge attack by spin jumping when the beam is fully charged. Which is kind of cool, like this. Rad, right? It's no screw attack, but it'll do. It'll do attack. A giant Chozo statue slash building back there, but we only get to move on 2 planes. Three, I guess, if you count time. I've always liked the idea of time as simply another spatial dimension. Hey, we got one. Now we have 199 health. It's just a tradition for the health to be 99, which was originally just to save GUI drawing space, so that they'd never have to write 100. Don't even need to parry those guys anymore. They also will take 2 hits to kill me now, I'll bet. Oh, whoops. The parrying is fairly easy most of the time. I remember some of the bosses, the boss parries can be kind of tough, though. Ah, rude. Alright, this leads back into the first Emmy zone, so we don't need it right now. Although we can hop up here and go back to that save point, which seems wise. Because it looks like we've got a boss fight incoming. Like an actual one. I guess the first Emmy you could consider being your first boss fight, but it's a very simple tutorial thing. Oh, fuck. Rude. Get out of here. Ah. Ah. What are they gonna do? Nothing. Does feel weird to go this far into a Metroid game without a morph ball, though. I know we're only an hour in, but still. Speaking of us being an hour in, but still, it's time for our first ad break. Hey, we're gonna go to the break, but before we do that, I want to remind you that there is a civil rights movement happening around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, are fighting for things that should never have to be fought for, like equal rights, equal treatment under the law, to not be attacked, terrorized, and even murdered by the police. Not to mention the genocides going on overseas and here at home. It's a fucked up time. Like, more than usual. If you want a way to help, we've got a few ways here that you can do so. Including the Bail Fund Network, which will help keep protesters out of jail. The Okra Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund, which help Black trans and non-binary people with food, supplies, and travel out of dangerous situations. I tripped myself up. And the Black Hills Legal Fund, the Lakota People's Fund, to take back their land, the Six Grandfathers, which was stolen by white people, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and then had some white slave owners' faces carved into the side of it. Black lives matter. Lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. And these are things we got to keep saying and pushing and fighting for, till the people all the way to the top not only understand and acknowledge them, but work to make them real, protected truths. All right, we're going to go to the break, and I'm going to run some ads, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. All right, we're back. Where are we going now? I've already forgotten. We got here. Oh, I went too far down. Whoops. Rude. Ah. It just keeps happening. There. Get out of here. I feel oddly distracted. Oh, we can't go that way anyway. And where are we going? I guess we can get through there now. No, wait, no we can't. Doesn't matter. We've already been through that way. All right. Gotta be somewhere we haven't been yet. Hey, beekeeper. Hey, Willow, thank you for 4 bits. All right, so we can't get here. We can't get in here from where we are right now. But we have the charge beam now, so we can get into it from the other side. As well as wherever this goes. Seems worthwhile. $50 stream streak. That's amazing. Thank you, beekeeper. That is a, I want to say bomb block, but we do not even have the morph ball currently. All right, back to the Emmy. Oh, that was good. Don't you love stingers? All right, where do we have to go in here? Got a closed access. There's no way down as far as I can tell. I guess we're gonna try and get there? But this one is still closed, so what good does that do? Can't get high enough to go this way. Well, I guess the best thing we can do is set out and see if it's... see if there's anything open. Huh. That's probably fine, right? Is there an exit here that we haven't taken? Oh, no, that's also closed. There's got to be something. Blast shield still on there. Where do each of these lead? Alright, that leads into the water. We've got a sensor lock door over there, though, which we cannot yet enter. 2 sensor lock doors, so there's no point in going this way. There's a charge door. Can't get up there. So how do we get back around to the other side then? This is locked. This is locked. Can't go up here. There's a piece of heart / piece of energy. The fact that they added those into this game is kind of funny to me. Gotta be something I'm missing. I guess we do gotta go up and over and around. That's the only way we're gonna be able to get to that part. All right. And that one only does like 80 damage. That's probably fine, right? That's a completely safe thing. That definitely isn't gonna kill me. Oh, that one's broken, huh? All right, we've got a missile tank over here. Doesn't look like we can go up from here, though. So for now, that's all we get here. And we can't go through here. Huh, then what are we trying to do? We can't go back through here, and we can't go the lower way because that's locked now. All right, I guess we gotta look for another way. Now, one thing that's always been a part of Metroid is looking at your map absolutely baffled for long periods of time. Like, always. It was especially that way in the first one, where you had to actually draw your own maps. Because there was no in-game auto map at all. Okay, this one's locked too. Doesn't matter because I can't get into this section. Guess we can try and see if we can go there, but I definitely can't jump high enough. Which puts us back into this section. That's nothing now. Although there is a hidden item there. Maybe we should check that out. Yeah, all right. Since we're backtracking anyway. Auto maps were one of the best advances. Oh, I can just stomp on them, apparently. Gross. Auto maps were easily one of the best advances in game design ever. Well, we can't go back this way either. All right, well, this has severely limited our options. Those will only open if they don't see us. They are light sensitive, I guess. I wanted to say they have object permanence, but that's the opposite of actually. It is, in fact, they do not have object permanence. Oh. I'm curious. Oh, yeah, I can, in fact, break their, Oh, there we go. Alright, now we got this. Just shoot stuff. There's usually enough clues laying around that you can figure out where the invisible doors are gonna be. That hasn't been the case in every room in every Metroid game, but usually they're pretty good at it. Alright, nothing that can break those. You know, Samus used to worry about high temperature places. Now that she's part Metroid, she has to worry about the cold ones. You know, the cold ones. She does also have to worry about the heat, but not as much. Well, her Metroid DNA also allows her to suck in health packs and such from a distance, which is kind of fun. A one that is not cold is hardly a one at all. It's true. Room temperature ones. Oh. A ghibli, ghibli, ghibli. Don't roll shit at me. What are you doing? Oh. Meant to do that. I keep forgetting I have an aim button. Lets me do this. Samus is a contortionist, and I want to point out to you, like, she's legitimately a contortionist, and I want to point out to you, her poses are nowhere near as extreme as the average normal woman in a comic book. Mox and I were just going down Escher Girls for a while, a couple weeks ago. Which I highly recommend checking out Escher Girls. The thermal fuel's flow has been redirected. That's probably a good thing. It seems to open this blast door. Well, there is, in fact, I cannot get in there yet unless I get either the morph ball or I open up that blast door. Oh no, never mind. That is... Oh wait. Still need the morph ball to get through, which is what I was trying to say to myself. Don't even get me started on art and the female form. I had to have an early talk with the lead artist for 1879. Yeah, isn't it weird that we all pretend women are shaped a certain way? Whoops. And how that has no basis in reality whatsoever. But people just go with it. Even after theoretically seeing a woman. Ah, damn it. Ah! I knew that was gonna happen. The women in sample character art were very much not all shaped the same way. Good. When I say we all, I obviously don't mean everyone in this room. By obviously, I mean, I hope it doesn't come across that way. The scientist was in her 60s or so, the art based on an actual female Victorian scientist. Hell yeah. Depending on the game, there have been times when Samus has been a bit comic book shaped. Like, no doubt there. Got one. Not a problem when there's only one of them to parry. The fact that I had to walk the artist through all that supports your thesis. Yeah, horrible, right? Yeah, shaped like a comic book. Yeah, shaped like a comic book. All right. So we've gotten here. The blast door is open now. So what do we do about that? These areas are still too hot. We don't have the Varia. Which, by the way, the word Varia comes from an incorrect romanization of the katakana for barrier. Isn't translation and localization fun? We got a totally unique word specifically for this universe. All right, well.
Uploading data.
There was no record of your assailant in the Federation database. However, there are records of the Chozo warrior tribe. There is a strong possibility the two are connected. You have seen the warrior tribe's architecture and artifacts on this planet. I conclude that this was one of their settlements. But why would someone lead you here and send the ME after you? The footage of the X-Parasite may have been staged to lure you in.
So I want to point out here that they have given us all the information that we need to figure out what's going on here in this first 90 minutes. Like, every detail has been revealed, but in such a way that I think most people probably wouldn't have figured it out yet. And it's so fun to go back and see exactly what they did. Any world building that has more than one culture, either in the game world or as the Foundation, or both, will do some conlanging. Yes.
The situation remains unclear, but your priority hasn't changed. You must return to the ship. You have activated the magma supply system that has restored power to the closed thermal doors. Seek them out to proceed. Continue to search for the unique energy you employed against the first Emmy. It is the only way you can confront them. Unfortunately, this energy is limited. You may have noticed it dissipating after an Emmy is destroyed.
It might also be more difficult if you're not already familiar with the story revealed in Metroid Fusion.
There are 6 remaining Emmy hunting you. You
Oh,
have
7.
no
Oof.
them. Remember that.
I actually played back through Metroid Fusion. About 6 months to a year ago. So it is fairly fresh in my mind. I must admit, I hadn't figured it out quite this early, and I'm good at spotting this shit ahead of time. Neat thing is there's a Victorian term for it, a Hanklin-Janklin borrowing, which itself is a mispronunciation of a term from another language. Yes! Ah, it's good stuff. The fact that that's a thing that happens so often, even in real life, is kind of amazing. Language changes and evolves, and it's beautiful. Alright, so now the thermal doors are open, so that gives us a new set of areas to check out. Like, we can go through here and here. Is there anything else that we need to look out for? That's an Emmy door. That's where the charge beam was. We've also got confirmation that this was at one time a Chozo settlement because we found upgrades for the power suit. And they are native upgrades, not something that has to be janked into it like in some other games. Pajamas comes from the Hindi pijama, meaning the loose trousers that are worn with a kurta or formal tunic. That's cool as hell. I love language. I even love English. And no one loves English. Alright. We completely missed that thermal door, didn't we? I panicked. English mugs other languages and goes through their pockets for loose grammar. It's true. Though I think that might be a rough way to say it. English is a language that builds on itself, like the world in Dark Souls. How in Dark Souls 3 you go down to the bottom and you find Dark Souls 2. And then above that you find Dark Souls 1. English is the Dark Souls of language, and not for the reasons people would associate that with. You didn't see shit. You did hear shit, though, and that's on me. Alright, now we drop down to the bottom here, and we've got another thermal door we can step through. Ah, no! No, that's fine. This game's rude. Putting pit traps in their horror game. What's the matter, Gaston? You want to hop down? There you go. There you go, baby. You got this. Can English break a grape with a shoulder roll? I'm pretty sure yes. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. Can't go back that way either, huh? Looks like we can go back around if we take the other path. And we sure could. There wasn't a reason to, but we could. Oh, we can see Emmy on the mini map now. Oh no, she got me. Very difficult. That's what the Roman alphabet is. It's a series of crates that English just kind of rolls into. All right, so we're back at the start of the Emmy zone. I guess these are the nighttime Emmys. Didn't even know streamers were eligible. Aha! I mean, there was no reason to do that, but I did it, goddammit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. We're going this way first. Oh, it leads to the same place. Well, all right then. We made it. Oh shit. Another brain. Oh, fuck. Oh, I was hoping I could break the turret. There we go. Caston, did you want back up? You can if you want. No? Alright. Alright, we have the Omega cannon beam again. Omega Stream online now. Hold L to use aim mode, tilt to aim. Oh, okay. That's what I do first. And this Emmy has face protection. Which, by the way, you should always use. Caston, stop. Caston, stop. Baby. Baby. What's the matter? You having a nervous breakdown? Hey. Cass, he can barely hear me. He's very deaf. Caston. Hi. Are you waiting for... I think he doesn't want to walk past Risby. One sec, let me look. The answer is... Step over Risby. Oh. He's such a dork. Alright, where are we going now? West. I guess this is our journey to the west. Oh, whoops. Immediately forgot the controls as soon as I stood up. Aha. Oh no. That did not go quite as I'd hoped. And if I wanted 3 companions, I'd play a game that isn't about being lonely. I like that the name Dread just perfectly encapsulates how you'll feel the whole time playing this game. Aha. This gives us... Oh, there you are. Fuck. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. No monkey, Pigsy, and Sandy for you. Next. I forgot my Journey to the West reference a minute ago. Thank you. Spider magnet acquired. Good. Everyone needs a spider magnet in their life. Everyone needs a spider magnet in their life. So this, I believe, allows me to... Yeah. It's different than the spider ball we're used to. In that we don't have to turn into a ball. Samus can move and attack while in this state, hold up while attached to a ceiling to press against it. Omega Cannon depleted and offline. Fortunately, it only depletes when Emmy is dead, which I guess means it's using Emmy as a power source, which is sort of implied. Which somehow makes the whole situation feel even more fucked up. Sorry, just had to fill in those last couple blank spaces. Was gonna drive me up the dang wall. Anyway, now we can do some climbing. Like this. How cool is that? Listening to a 2018 three-part Behind the Bastards podcast about Alex Jones right after he got deplatformed. So it's before he lost InfoWars. Almost finished with it. Sorry. Hey, no worries. No worries. I don't have to be at the forefront of your mind at all times. But look at that. We've opened up another path. Okay, that's fine. No items. Very cool climbing, right? This one's offline. Interesting. Alright, can't go through there. It does, however, look like if we can get around here. Look like we can grab a missile upgrade from this. We can't get around there. Well, darn. Alright, where do we get to go next? That's sealed. That's an Emmy door, but we can't get to it without coming through this door. Fortunately, this Emmy zone is now Sans Emmy, so it's safe to explore in there at least. The idea of there being areas in a Metroid game where it's not safe to explore, it's a bit jarring, but it works. This game really was exactly the kick in the pants Metroid needed to take off again. And yeah, it's never gonna be like the favorite, like everyone's favorite first-party Nintendo franchise. But it's good. It's real good, in fact. Alright, we can't get that way either. We need a gravity suit to get through water like that. The gravity suit, for those who don't know, is a classic Metroid power-up that basically allows Samus to move around in water the same way that she would in air. Alright, there's got to be somewhere left to go. We can get here, which leads around back here. We can't go this way because I should actually put a... Damn it. Put a marker. Alright, we're gonna have to move so that we don't suck up the cursor on the map. Oh, I could have just zoomed in, huh? So not so much a gravity suit as a resistance eliminator suit, but that's too long to keep saying. Yes! Gravity suit is catchy. It's also purple, which, extra cool. And it's one that returns in most Metroid games, I would say. It's definitely a power-up that has retained its popularity over time. Okay, can't go up that way. Which I guess means I really should... Oh no, we can see that the way you get it is with the morph bomb, so... Whoop. Meant to do that. Get out of here. You know, it's kind of funny that this game has a parry, and then Metroid Prime 4 decided on a dodge roll instead. Maybe that could have been a sign for someone. Can't go that way. Which again, we can just put this here. I really should have made these fuchsia because that's the closest to purple. I swear, I'm gonna get used to the map being on start instead of select at some point. Maybe not today, but definitely by the time I play another game that has it on select. Alright. Hidden item. Somewhere in this room. Or this room, since these are apparently the same room. Why did that get in my head? My brain suddenly started going, who can make the sun shine? Sprinkle it with dew. So that's gonna be stuck in my head for like a week now. Alright, here's where we got the power, the charge beam, rather. Well, it looks like if there's this hidden item in here, it's probably in that lower section. Or in the freezing section. The Candyman can. Yep. Yep. Sometimes you just gotta make your audience suffer too. Can we get up to here? Yes, we can. This game's also paced very, very quickly, even compared to a lot of other Metroid games. Okay, we can't get through here. And where can we get through? I guess we gotta go up through the Emmy zone. Where does this lead, though? Can't move that. Now I'm just kind of trying to guess at where we're trying to get to. Maybe in here? That looks like a possibility. If we could get up there. But we do not have the means to get up there. Huh. Alright. So we can't get into the Emmy zone. We can't go through the freezing zone. At least I don't think so. Oh. I could try it. I don't know how far it'd send us back, though. Let's see how quickly it eats our health. Barely. I don't think that's a thing we have to do. But I might be wrong. Had that song on a 45 single, I remember that. That came out right about the same time as the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka movie, or was it in the movie? I believe you that it was in the movie. I haven't watched it in a long time. This looks like I should be able to get into that section from down here. Well, if there's ever a time to try going through the cold, I guess it's now. Oh, yeah, not cold on the other side. Alright, we got a piece of energy. The dude at the candy shop sings it right before Charlie buys his Wonka bar with the golden ticket in. Ah! I remember him singing. I didn't remember what he sang. Somehow the students in my middle school AG class talked the teacher into showing the first half of that movie a dozen times. Wild. Whoa. Gotta be ready when we go through here. Nope. Nope, can't go through that second part. How far back are we? Oh no. That's what I was afraid of. That means we no longer have this. Which is annoying. We also no longer have that piece of heart. I knew that that was a possibility going in. Well, let's keep searching. Can't go that way. Right, and that one's unopenable. Can't get in here. Can't go up that way. That's how long the class went half the movie. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is all about applied physics. You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head in confusion. All right, so... I guess the path we actually want to take here is... We got through there. We cannot go that way. Means we'd have to approach it from up here, which we can't because the door is sealed. Basically, don't take any major risks unless they're necessary until you find a nearby save point, is what we've just learned. Go back through here. Or, I mean, we can, but it wouldn't get us anywhere. Can't go that way. I forget how to get back to where we were. I guess we have to go down this blue-gray path. It's blue in the same way that blue cats are blue. In other words, it's gray. Never figured out all the jokes and the things that happened to the kids. Gloop literally went up to the spout and Violet was found to be a bad egg, but the rest still elude me. It was Veruca who was a bad egg. Violet turned into a blueberry. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's nearly time for our next ad break. Let me... How do we hop up and get around here? We're gonna have to go back through the save point. So that's annoying, but doable. And up and around. Is there an up and around from here? That is the question. Gotta go up this way and then all the way back, except that doesn't allow us to get to here. What am I missing? Through here, Emmy zone door at the end. Here, can't get through either one because of the water. Which means this is the save point we're trying to get to. I'll look through this while we're on the break. Hey, we're going to our second ad break. Chase away those pre-rolls. If you want to support us, there's of course a couple good ways to do that. You can subscribe here, get access to all of our cool emotes, or you can head on over to patreon.com/ifwhen, where you will get access to art and music and shout outs at the end of the stream. So, I just put up a new track on there recently that I'm pretty proud of. If you like the music that starts out our streams, I write all that. Yeah. Break time. See you in a few minutes. Mentioning this during the ad break here. I did just figure out how to get back to the save point, so I did that real quick so we can get back to the entertaining stuff once the ad break's over. So something that I would like to see in a game like this is the ability to just grab a marker and draw a line so that you could plan out a course very easily. All right, so we're back at the save point. We're not going to go back the way we did before. Specifically because that's a long way to go for just a couple of power-ups that are not that big a deal in the long run. Instead, we're going to drop back down here, go out this way. By the way I got back here was wall jumping right here and reaching this door. We're going to go back this way and around, and we're going to head through here and up. And then I don't think we can get in there, so instead, we're going to go this way. I actually don't know if that's possible either, but it seems worth trying. Can probably jump off of that. Anyway, we're going to try this real quick. Ah, rude. Oh, wait, can I not even go the way that I thought I was gonna go? Is this all sealed off? Oh, no, that one's open. Okay, I just went the wrong way. Happens sometimes. I'm good at a lot of things, but directions are not one of them. Ah, fuck. Well... Ah, I just did it again. Alright. I need to go up from here and... yeah, looks like I can't go around to it. Alright. That's interesting. So if there's no way to get to here, since this is sealed... I guess that means the way we were going is the right way, because I don't see anywhere else to go. So what this tells me is that the fun part is the getting lost. Alright, so if we head up here and out this way, then we can go back around the way we went before. One of these days I won't get hit by that guy. So yeah, easy to get up there once you realize that you can. We accomplished nothing in the time between when I left that and came back to it. I think we need the space jump to get up there. Yeah, we can't get it from down here. It is surprisingly easy for me to parry in this game. Doesn't feel like something that I should be as good at as I am. Alright, so we can go here, get around to this, because that's a missile block, and that's a beam block. Yeah, we're good. This way we'll have been at a closer by save point, I guess. Oh, never mind. I actually can't get to that because it's underwater and I cannot sweep kick underwater. What's over here? This place where I got the missile upgrade. Alright. Now we know we can go through the first cold room. But not the second cold room. Can't go through here. And we can't go up to this one either. That is the speed boost. I know that symbol. It's Linux. Too cold. We know we cannot survive all the way through that. At least I think we know that. Well, what's our next stop then? I guess we gotta go up through here for some reason. Except we can't, because that's blocked off too. Well, this is a bastard of a puzzle. Funny, we've been on both sides of this door. Or path. Grr, arg. Yeah, there's no way we can get through here with the amount of energy we have. All right, well, where are we going then? And this one isn't a save point. So any risk we take is potentially setting us back here. Which I guess isn't so bad, since we've got both items over here now. Alright, if we go this way, we can hit the save point again. Go back up this path, which will eventually lead us to here. It's gotta be that we're supposed to be trying to get in here, right? So where would the entrance to that be? We can only approach it from the west. Because map, or rooms only exist within the highlighted areas of the map. Well, since it'll set us back to the save point anyway. Might as well give this a try. Technically a shortcut. Dying can be a shortcut too. Yeah, we don't have time to do anything there. The blueberry one was, that Violet turned into, like, oh, she sure likes to grab things that aren't hers. And for some reason now she is a blueberry. Yeah, I don't quite get it either. I don't get this either. Wait. Oh, right. I didn't save. God damn it. That's my problem. That's fine. I messed up my own shortcut. Partially because I thought I saved at the second shortcut there. Not that it would have been that big of a difference. Need to figure out how to get in here, and the way to do that looks like it should be here, but it's not. And that's tripping me out. I can't even get up to this space. Let alone to this save point. Oh. Well, now don't you just feel silly? I know I do. Here I was, assuming that the block that I uncovered was the only block. Well, my bad. Now I'm on the other side of this again, which doesn't do me a lot of good because I can't get through there. So we're gonna have to, you know, problem is here. Oh, wait, there we go. All right, that all works. All right, this gets us to the save point again with that stuff uncovered. All right. Gross. Whoop. Gotta be a bit faster than that. There we go. Much better. The worm. Real thing on a string energy. Well, would you look at that? Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? All right. All right. Gotta watch for which tell it's showing. Which show it's telling. We're show and telling. I should be going in closer, not further when it does that. There's a start. There, that's what I thought what I was supposed to do to its tail. Okay. Oh, wait. Well, now I feel silly. I knew that. Oh, fuck. Wrong button. Oh! And then I get slightly splashed by its saliva and die instantly. No attack is unavoidable. Observe your opponent carefully to find an opening. Good. Thanks. Very helpful. Ah. That keeps catching me off guard every time with how fast it happens. Oh! There we go. Ah, what? I don't think that was supposed to bounce me like that. Oh. Ah, fuck. Oh. Okay, I need to have that charged up and or fire a rocket. Oh, all right. That's okay. We got it this time. All right, let's see if I can get this door on the first try. Door, my greatest enemy. The answer is no, apparently. You want back up, Gaston? Come on. Come on. You drooling some water out, huh? Someone just had a big old drink. Come on, we got... Oh, careful, careful. Hey, baby, baby. There you go, don't panic. It's okay. I fall over sometimes, too. It's okay. It's okay. A good boy. Right? We're okay? Ooh. He tripped and fell. Not very far, thankfully. Thank you, Bad Road. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I know, that's scary, huh? I know. Alright. Oh, that does knock me back. I thought I was supposed to be able to stand in between there. Not what I meant to do. There we... No? Apparently I've got something wrong about that special animation. Oh. I guess I died. Maybe I'm not supposed to hit the missile button until I get closer to its head? There we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Gotta watch the distance better. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working sometimes. Am I supposed to parry it? I think I might be supposed to parry it. It feels a bit nebulous, like a Dragon's Lair kind of thing. If you're an aging millennial who grew up in an arcade, you'll know what I mean. There. Gotcha. No. Well, if it's parry, I have to wait longer to do the parry. There it is. Did we get him? Stylish as fuck. And with no one watching. That's the kind of badass that Samus is. Phantom Cloak acquired. Hell yeah. So this is our stealth move that I mentioned earlier. Upgrading suit for Aeon compatibility. An Aeon ability that renders Samus invisible to enemies by refracting light. She can also move silently, albeit at a slower speed. With full Aeon, press R3, R3 to activate, and press it again to deactivate. Aeon will be slowly consumed while the ability is activated. Moving or firing weapons while activated consumes additional Aeon. Once all Aeon has been depleted, the Phantom Cloak will consume energy instead. Should it deplete to 1, it will automatically deactivate. After deactivation, Aeon will begin to recharge automatically once you make any action. Which means that you can't just drop Aeon, or you can't just drop the cloak, wait for it to recharge, and recloak without making any noise. So it's a little testy. So Aeon is basically just another power bar, independent from the others. It is the yellow bar directly below my energy this time. And now we can go through those doors. I kind of like that they picked, you have to do a movement and then it'll recharge very quickly. Because if they just made it recharge slowly, it would be, well, we've seen that in a lot of games. Just gets really annoying. All right. We have... There's another sensor lock door. Gotta love a door that is programmed to close if anything approaches it. Seems like a waste of energy and machinery, honestly. I guess this is our destination. What is that? How long will it take us to go back around? Oh, it leads... It's the same distance either way. Alright, we gotta break that down from the other side if we're gonna get it. Which means going through here. Okay. We can do that. Oh. Man. Nothing terribly exciting. I guess there's now a slightly easier path. That's a start. Hooray, we did it. Ah! This is charge door. In any case, we finally found an elevator, which is what we've been looking for this whole time. Let's head to Kataris. That's basically the equivalent of completing level 1. These are the loading screens. Just Samus chilling. And then the game skipping on the in-betweens again. Oh hey, I can make the I can zoom in on that. That's handy, I guess. All right, I found some secret doors. I feel like I should head through the regular door first. Oh! Meant to do that. They glow, which means I can parry them. I'm just not sure exactly what the timing is gonna be. Fortunately, the save point is at the elevator, or the checkpoint, rather. There we go. Oh, that's heat. Which means this one's also heat. Fuck. Have to be really close in on him. This one doesn't have heat behind it, because there's no red outline.
Uploading data.
CPR appears to be powered by thermal energy. Magma is pumped from the planet's interior and routed from there. I have located the central routing system for the magma. It is here in Kataris. Samus, your current suit cannot protect you as you explore Kataris. The extreme heat of the lava is too much for it. Under no circumstances should you enter high temperature areas. I note a shuttle somewhere above here. Use it to find a path forward. There is one other thing to discuss. It is your new Phantom Cloak ability. The Phantom Cloak prevents the ME from detecting you. Thus far, your only option was to run. Now, bypassing them is also an option. Use this to reach your objective. Note that using the Phantom Cloak severely decreases your mobility, and direct contact with an ME will still result in capture. It is up to you whether to hold your position. Just be aware of your surroundings. The Phantom Cloak is useless. Once an ME sees you, you will need to evade capture until it gives up pursuit. The Phantom Cloak can remain active after your aim has been depleted. It will consume your life energy instead. Consider it a desperate measure. Remember, it cannot drain your energy down to nothing. Judicious use of this technique will improve your probability of survival.
All right. How far down does this side go? About that far, huh? Good to know. This way after all. Moths. Can't open that either. Oh, okay. Good to know. That should open up some stuff. Ah, good. That's a full recharge. Can't get through here. Close that heat shield. Not ideal. Nothing there? Alright. Gotta find another way out then. Ah, there we go. Ah, whoops. There we go. Oh, bloody hell. know. It looks like there could be something there. Interactive device used. Oh, it just turned on the lift. That's a treasure chest. You can't fool me. That is screw attack, I believe. Alright, there's more heat. Also more heat here. I know I don't need to do that, but it makes the map easier to read for me. Unknown. Fill up my health real quick. This is an HP fountain right here. Ah. Oh, that's an Emmy door, right? Maybe? No, that's a power beam door. That's an Emmy door. There's heat in the power beam door. Again, makes it easier for me to read the map. Oh, whoops, I've apparently missed an ad break. That doesn't happen that often. Sorry about that. Not much exciting happened. Remain cautious. Colliding with an enemy will still result in capture. Where he is? Emmy oh. Valves for Emmy. Right, Emmy's valve. The valve specifically for transporting Emmy. Well, that valve. Oh, come on. That was rude. It got me good. It accidentally kicked me in the head. Well, let's try once more. Alright, we're just gonna step out here for a sec, I guess. Can't go that way. Okay. What's that? Oh, access closed. Right, that makes sense. There we go. Now we've got a shortcut. Look here again. Can get out of the Emmy zone. Probably. Ooh, we sure can. Alright, we've redirected the thermal energy flow again. Bounce the graviton particle beam off the main deflector dish. That's the way we do things, lad. We're making shit up as we wish. Alright. We have a new checkpoint. Looks like there's a whole non-Emmy zone door in here. Interesting. We can go up here to another hot zone. Can't go this way, that's closed. Oh, we actually can't go there, because that's closed. This thermal door is open now. So we should be able to drop down and get to there. Well, rough. There we go. Didn't even have to deal with it, really. Another hot zone. Alright, this isn't active. Alright. Now the lifts are working. Can't go that way. once again, we don't know this one. Oh. Ah, it was broken. That's a good sign. Well, we heard a sound. That's a start. Alright, that one's open now. How about this one? Yeah, this one's also open now. Lots of open trapdoors now. Alright, if we're trying to get to the central unit, that means that this is gonna be the one that's gonna lead to an item or something. So let's go there first. Oh, can't go this way. Gotta go out the west side over here. Can't get in there. Can do that though. So we can get in there, just not through that direction. Alright, can't get through this one though. Can get through here. There was something that stopped us from... Oh, wait. Didn't that used to be on fire? Maybe? Maybe. Maybe it used to be on fire. Probably it'd be easier to go through the other way. Ah, fuck. Okay. Got me. I was too close, and the ding apparently does damage. Fortunately, going in and out of the Emmy zone is an easy checkpoint. Apparently, I can just climb under that. What's through here? Anything good through here? Apparently, yes. Alright, I can't get up here without going through there. Not ideal. I saw her fucking vision cone behind me. Alright, can't get across here. Probably. Definitely looks like I won't be able to get back up if I drop down there without going all the way around. And yet, there's this area that I can't quite... Okay, I'm going for it. And nothing. Oh wait, this one's already active. Okay. So that's just a shortcut from the other direction. This should be a familiar sight to fans of the series. giant statue of some boss monster looking thing in the middle of nowhere. Well, there's fire in this direction. So why wouldn't I go out there? It's like a missile. That is morph bombs.
Uploading data.
ME stands for Extraplanetary Multiform Mobile Identifier. It can procedurally modify and enhance its own capabilities. Its ability to configure itself to fit into narrow spaces is a standard feature. Any ME you encounter will likely do so as it pursues you. You are not capable of destroying their armor plating. This would be true even at your full capabilities. You are faced with overwhelming power. Accept your helplessness. Study each ME carefully, and use the Phantom Cloak to advance. There are risks even here. The Phantom Cloak reduces your mobility and consumes more AN when you move or shoot. It is still your best chance at survival. Do not hesitate to destroy an ME whenever you discover more you need energy. This was not one of your original priorities. However, I see no other way to accomplish your goal. These existential threats cannot be sanctioned.
Alright, and that'll be it for right now. Thanks everyone for coming tonight. Fun as always. I'm glad that one out of the last two Metroid games was good. That's 50%. Metroid Dread was also, well, both, I suppose. Metroid Dread and Metroid Prime 4 were kind of dream projects. Long time coming and all that. And one of them came out real good and the other didn't. Kind of makes me wonder if Metroid Prime 4 had, with the original team, had been about the deconstruction. And then when it got passed to Retro specifically because Nintendo higher-ups didn't like the idea. And so it got moved to Retro and they were told, hey, fix this thing. Was it wild? I like it? Yeah, it's good. I'm very happy about it. Alright, let's outro this shit. If you want to support us, you can of course subscribe here. Get access to all our emotes, or you can head over to patreon.com/ifwhen, where you will find art and music and shoutouts at the end of the, well, you won't find the shoutouts at the end of the streams over there, but you will find that you can subscribe and get a shout out at the end of the stream there. And here, one of those. Anyway, thank you to our patrons: Willow Mist, Angelic, Nahum Wengrov, Kai, Melly Basket, Andymonium, and Sky. You rock. Here's the schedule. I believe our next scheduled stream is going to be Willow with more Final Fantasy Tactics Advance here in just a few minutes. And yeah, tomorrow is going to be Soleil with Ace Attorney Investigations Edgeworth. Yeah, I think that's all correct. And our YouTube channel is over at youtube.com/@ifwhenvod, so feel free to peruse the archives. And that's all for me tonight. Thanks everyone so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.